I had your dad here a couple of weeks ago, man, and we talked about his, his history and his
Hmm.
roots and stuff like that. Um, what does your dad mean to you, bro? Like, when you were growing up, the values that he instilled in you. Uh,
My dad's been a school for me, right? I had a front row seat um, to learn a lot. And when I say that, I really mean it in the good sense and in the bad sense. There's things that I saw. My dad grew up in a different era than mine. So when I was younger and you'd go watch, it was a party, dude. Right? They'd go gig, but it was a party,
mhm.
right? And fast forward down the road, I started seeing myself start in that, and that was one thing that I didn't want to do. I didn't want to make it a party. To me, is if I'm gonna party, it's gonna be on my own time, and I'm gonna go. I can go, put some beers down and hang out with my friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when I'm working, it's not a party. I don't have a life that people think like, man, you went here and you went here, dude. I do nothing but sleep. I don't even do sound checks. I don't do sound checks. I
Mhm,
I go sleep.
mhm.
I've been very blessed to have. I have two bands. I have a band in Mexico and I have a band in U.S. So it's like the same. I have whatever the blueprint is over there. I have it over here. And so if I have a gig over there and then I have a gig over here, I'm the only one that flies. And I meet up with my guys. They already know how to regulate my my microphone,
Yeah.
and so I don't have a. It's never a party for me, man.
Mhm.
I'm a hermit. I get to. I just went gigged at the Casino del Sol in Tucson.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't go gamble. And I like to play, right? But when I'm working, I go and I rest and I get ready for the show and I give it all I got. And then right when I'm done, I go right back to
When you
sleep.
were younger, you did you do any
You know what?
fast stuff? Like
No, not really, dude. I've never gotten crazy.
yeah.
No, I've never been that guy. I mean, I'm not gonna say I haven't gotten drunk, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, who hasn't,
Yeah.
right? And there has been a couple of nights in my life of shows
Hmm.
where I se me pasaron las copas,
Yeah.
but not really. That's more of an anomaly than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So when you were growing up, there was a lot of partying. Your dad was doing the shows, and
dude. All the bands are partying.
how did?
Like there wasn't a band that didn't party. I
Yeah.
mean, that was a part of the lifestyle. That's the way it was.
What about when he was like home and like when you did get to see him? Because he used to say, well, he did say he'd be on the road for like 6 months sometimes or 3 months in a row,
Yeah, he'd be gone a lot.
nonstop.
Yeah,
And you were growing up as a kid,
yeah.
and there was no cell phones back then. There was no FaceTiming. There was nothing like that.
No,
You didn't really get to spend a lot of time with your dad when you were
I
growing up,
didn't.
or
Um, I tried to. I summers were always summers on the road with dad, and then Christmas.
Mhm.
And so I remember a lot of Christmas, uh, vacations, and it would just be me and him. It
Mhm.
was just me and him. A lot of times it was just me and him. I'd go with him on the road, and
And how
and
was that, man? How was it going on the road with your dad? What was the
it,
experience
it
like? And how old were you back then? You were
dude, since I was
10.
10, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the experience like when
You
growing?
know, um, it's a big man's world. I was a kid, but it wasn't the type of environment for kids per se. It's not like I had other friends that were kids that go hang out with me.
You were seeing a lot of adult
Yeah,
stuff.
you're with the adults, man.
Yeah.
We'd get there a lot of times. I, I wanted to make extra money, so I was his roadie.
Hmm.
You know, So then I joined the band and everything, and after that, and he would, my uncles would take off. Flaco and Gordo would take vacations, and my dad's like, "You're gonna play." I'm like, "So you want me to roadie and play
And what would you play? What
the
instrument?
saxophone?"
Saxophone.
I was a saxophone player.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never knew that, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. I played all the way to my senior year, and I actually played all four. I played four of the five. I played baritone, baritone, tenor, alto, and soprano.